Hello everyone, and we are back with another stream over here on the YouTube. Hello, how's everyone doing? Doing pretty good. I have the day off today, and I said, you know what? Might go live on the YouTube. So here we are. I was kind of like debating with myself for most of the day, like, what am I gonna play? What am I gonna play? And I was like, I finally settled on Sonic Unleashed because I like it. And I'm trying to stray from, I could have played a Zelda game, but I'm straying from Zelda games because I don't want people talking about Tears of the Kingdom in my chat at the current moment. But yeah, here we are. Sorry about that. I was interrupted here. But yeah, here we are. We're here. We're live. We're gonna play some Sonic. Again, I apologize for inconsistent. I apologize if the stream's unstable today. Internet's this is crapping out on me right now. Do I have anything to talk about? Regards to the Sonic Frontiers video, script rewrite's going pretty well. Shaping that out finally. It's version 2 of the script is definitely a lot better than version 1. I would say that. It's a lot less fillery, more straight to the point, like the Origins video. It's gonna be more like the Origins video. Yes, guys, play the game now. So play the game, I guess. I don't really have anything else to talk about. Yeah, cut the music there. Alright, let's play some Sonic. Alright, this game's loud. I'm gonna turn this game down a bit. Yes, we are playing the 360 version, but specifically on the Series X. I mean S. I'm adjusting audio balance here. I'm gonna do a new game. Time for the best opening in any Sonic game. I think it's the best. This is like one of my favorite openings ever in a Sonic game. Not even. I just know it is. For those who don't know, who are new to my channel, have never been on my Twitch, or have never been in the Discord, this is my favorite Sonic game. I love Unleashed. Yeah, but I love Unleashed. This is my favorite Sonic game. Very close second is Adventure 1. Again, I'm having some internet issues today, so apology if stream's just inconsistent, it's unstable. Not much I can do. I've tried to resolve it. Man, this is so good. This is still eye candy so many years later. I really wish the Sonic movie was like this. I still wish to this day the Sonic movie was like this, and not what we ended up getting. Like, this looks so good. Imagine just a full 2 hours of this, or an hour, or I forget however long the Sonic movie is. Oh man, this is. Yeah, blew it up. Oh, this looks so good. One day, I hope to be able to model as good as this.
Sonic! I'm sorry. Really, look, go easy on me. I'll turn over a new leaf, I swear. Just give me a chance.
Well, this is new. Showing remorse, Eggman? If you played nice, I wouldn't have to break all your toys.
Gotcha.
What?
Oh no, Sonic! No! He's gonna get destroyed!
Oh, I've waited a long time for this.
Oh no, it's a big scary monster! He's gotten it. Harry! Look how floofy he is.
Success! A brilliant success! It's just as the Gaia
Toad!
manuscripts foretold!
It's
The
just as
entity
the
that was
Gaia
sealed
manuscripts
within the planet
foretold.
has awakened. Now I just need to harness its power. Eggman Land will finally come to be!
You've really gone and done it this time, Eggman.
Ah, Sonic, that's a good look for you. Festive. So long, friend.
Man. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so ready to play this game. The planet's getting covered in goop. It's not a Sonic game if he doesn't fall flat in his face. You know? At least it's not a 3D Sonic game if he doesn't fall into the ground.
What the heck is going on? Huh? Hey, are you okay? Hey, pull yourself together.
Huh?
He's all hairy.
Don't eat me. I taste bad.
You okay? Nothing broken?
Oh, I'm just fine. Thanks for asking, Mr. Monster Guy.
Mr. Monster Guy? Looks like things have gotten pretty ugly.
Yeah, look at those teeth and those claws. What's your name, anyway?
I'm Sonic. Sonic the Hedgehog. And you are?
Huh? What is my name? Ah, I don't know. I can't remember.
What? You forgot who you are?
I forgot who we are.
I remember something falling from the sky, and everything just going all white. And then nothing. I can't remember a thing past that.
Uh-oh. Did I fall on him?
Oh man, what am I gonna do? What can I do? Where do I go from here? What'll I... I'm hungry.
Hey, don't worry. I'll help you get your memory back.
Really? You mean it?
Absolutely. I'm sure we'll find somebody who knows you if we look around.
Oh, thank you. You're the best, Mr. Monster Guy. I mean, Sonic the Hedgehog. Ha
He's back. It's Sonic.
What? That was amazing.
Here we are, though. The first level of the game. I accidentally touched the question ring. Here it is, Cyberspace 1-1, guys. Wow, I can't believe it. It's Cyberspace 1-1, but with actual personality. Whoa! No, okay. I'm joking, but it's not still not a joke. This is why Cyberspace 1-1 is just this level. Oh, I just forgot. You don't start out with the stomp in this game. Jeez. I usually just play these levels over and over. I really love the daytime stages of Unleashed. I love how fast he is in this game too. We did it! We got an A!
What do you figure that was all about? The hair and those arms and look at the Chaos Emeralds.
So, is this what you usually look like?
Yeah.
This is the real
This
me.
is the real me. Pretty cool, huh? Huh? Where'd you go?
This game's so pretty. It looks so good. It looks so well after all these years. It holds up so well.
Looks good.
Like some of the models are kind of like, yeah, that's very
very
clearly a model from 2008. But a lot of these models are hold up pretty well, especially Sonic's.
Still line up for a taste.
Hey! What about your memories?
Chocolate chip sundae.
Supreme.
Supreme.
You said it.
Yeah,
Enjoy
yeah.
it, kiddo. Satisfaction guaranteed. If you don't love it, you get your money back.
Hey!
Oh, I love it.
Aw, man. I love this game so much.
Wow, this
This
chip
is-
whatever stuff is great.
This is
Say
definitely
so.
a game
How about you give me a hand and help look for
I
somebody who
replay
knows
every
you, Chip?
summer. It's like one of those. It's like a summer game for me. You know, like
Chip?
when I get in the mood,
Gotta call you
to
something,
get like
don't
it's a
I?
warm summer
What do you
night. I
think?
want to play something to unwind.
Yeah, Chip.
Usually I play through
I
either
love it.
Sonic Adventure or
Yeah.
Sonic
Now,
Unleashed.
what do you say we start
Or Super
asking
Mario
around, see if
64.
anybody here knows you.
Okay.
Here we are in Apatos, though, the first hub world of this game. And before we do anything else, we need to track down some medals here. Because if we don't track them down, well, we won't be going far. That's number one complaint a lot of people have with this game, is the medallions. And I gotta say, I somewhat agree they are a bit of a nuisance to collect on your first time through, especially if you don't know where they all are. But when you replay the game, the more you replay the game, the more you play the game, the more you'll like get their locations down, the less time you'll actually spend looking for them. And and that's usually how Sonic games typically are, though. The more you replay them, the better you just get at them. That's kind of some of the appeal of the older Sonic games. But yeah, this is less. But the medallions are generally less of a skill thing and just more of a memorization thing, which can be annoying. But I don't mind them personally. But I do agree, like maybe they shouldn't have been required. Maybe even if maybe if you're gonna make them required, don't make them require so many. The endgame amounts of medallions that you required in this game are kind of ridiculous. I think you need to be level 7 to get to the final level, and that's like over a couple hundred medallions. There's a lot in this game. But here we are, though, in Unleashed, and this is like the final Sonic game with humans in it, if I remember correctly. There aren't really humans in any game past this point. This guy's going to the wall. What do you have to say? This planet split apart. You never know what's gonna happen one day to the next, do ya? He seems pretty chill for someone who just had the planet crumble apart. But hey, what do I know? Maybe I'm just more of a worrywart than he is. Well, what have we here, travelers? What a pleasant surprise. Trying to figure out which way to go? Not an easy choice. If you continue straight ahead, you'll come across to the entrance stage. I have an inkling that it'll lead to your future. An entrance what? An inquisitive response. It is good to have a curious mind. You see, the entrance stage is a gateway to what you'd call sort of a hub, where you may access several action stages. Gather medals from all over the world, you will open new paths. Got it, thanks. Enthusiastic response. Yeah. Here the humans in this game are not anime like they were in Sonic Adventure, and they weren't I guess I want to say realistic, like in what's it called, Adventure 2, Shadow, and 06. If you can call that realistic, they're more like cartoony, but they're not. They still, I guess, are trying to be realistic. Here, though, they've matched the humans to the style of the Sonic characters, and I think this is the best. And it kind of sucks that they finally nailed a style for the humans in this world, just to immediately stop including them in stories. You know, it just kind of sucks, because they finally nailed the style. Maybe one day we'll see humans again in the series. Well, I mean the games, specifically. They appear in the movies, but I don't like them in a lot in the movies, I'm being honest. Sonic Movie 2 wedding scene. I did not like them, but here we are, the first stage! This is the introduction of the boost formula in 3D. And there is some remnant leftover data from the adventure days in these games. Like the medallions, having to go out of your way to collect them. That's a very kind of adventure day, kind of an adventure era type of level design thing. It doesn't really work as well with the boost formula, or at least the way they want you to. If these were like worked like Red Wings did, they wouldn't be nearly as egregious as they are. But look how fast we're going. We're going so freaking fast. I love how fast we go in this game. It's really cool. Sonic Frontiers is very slow. They slowed him down quite a bit in Sonic Frontiers. Well, in this game, though, you're just blazing fast. It's weird not having the stomp in this at this part yet. I guess it was to ease players into the new boosting first before they started teaching you the more in-depth tricks, and I already messed that up. I'm gonna have to come back to this level in the future to get another ring, but I can get this one. Haha! I know where all these medallions are. Or I know where a lot of them are. I don't know where every single one of them is, because that would be... Because, man, that would be impressive. But I do know where I do know where a good amount are to, like, get through the story pretty comfortably without having to backtrack. Oh, man. When we get the boost, I'm going to start moving. A lot of my attitudes for these first couple levels, for the first time we enter a level, my attitude for the first time we enter a level will mostly just be medallion hunting. And then the second, and then when we return to a level, because I will be playing these levels multiple times throughout this playthrough. We'll be going for all the S ranks and stuff. I'll be trying to S rank all of the main stages in this game. Maybe I'll even go for the side stages. I will not be S-ranking the DLC levels, but I will be playing through them because I want to show them off. Because not a lot of people know this game has DLC levels. A lot of them are pretty brutal, for being honest. They're pretty difficult. Some of them are just plain bullshit, but I don't really mind again. And we finished the level. I think that's an A rank.
Cool.
Yeah, it's an A rank. We got an A rank for this level. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. And we're not going to put any of our stats into Sonic. We're going to be putting them into Werehog for this beginning portion of the game. Because the Werehog, you need points in it. Level 2, the second Werehog stage will punish you if you are not actively leveling it up.
Finding anyone who knows me.
Don't worry about it. Maybe your memory will come back on its own. Remember anything yet?
Nope.
Oh well.
Sonic? Whoa. Mr. Monster Guy is
back.
So when the sun goes down, I turn into
Yes.
this?
Are you okay, Sonic?
I'm fine. I just need to be careful who sees me like this.
Sonic! Sonic, look!
What is it?
Oh, it's hopeless. The whole planet is split apart. We're doomed. Oh.
Mister?
Oh.
Hey, mister! Hey, don't cry. Ice cream. How about some more of this super tasty stuff?
What good is ice cream at a time like this? Oh.
Man, I really wish
Sonic,
my internet was
your arm
stable
just
today.
stretched.
Weird. But it could be useful.
Oh.
God, I really love how this area looks. It's so pretty. One thing I gotta say about this game is I really appreciate how dynamic the cutscenes are in this game. Something that every game post Unleashed really kind of fails at is having dynamic cutscenes. There's a lot of just in games after Unleashed, there's just a lot of standing still and just not moving. The camera is just kind of dead. There's no sort of like blocking or like dynamic angling of anything. So I really appreciate how even like basic talking scenes in this game have kind of sort of a dynamic sense to them. Frontiers does a little bit better job at picking up the slack. Like, Frontiers does have a few more dynamic cutscenes than a lot of other games. Than some previous games to it. But it still doesn't, like... It's still got nothing on Unleashed, in my opinion. Unleashed still has the most sort of dynamic cutscenes in the boost formula of the games. In the boost games, Unleashed still reigns supreme with its cutscenes. Yeah, but here we are. We're the Werehog, the combat of this game. It's a God of War clone. And we're going to go to its first level. Because I want to. I want to go to the first level of this Werehog. Rah! This is the first stage over here, and the Werehog does control differently from Boost Sonic. We don't have access to all... We gotta go through this tutorial level to teach us all about the Werehog. The Werehog is the Unleashed portion of the Unleashed of Sonic.
Hey! Settle down, guys! Come on! Help!
And here we are. The Werehog. The Werehog.
Sonic!
Chip, I know. He's over that way. The Werehog is the combat section of Sonic Unleashed. Well, it's more of like a combat platformer. It's a bit inspired by God of War. And you might be thinking, why would they put a God of War clone in a Sonic game? That's stupid. And I agree, that is stupid. But you gotta remember the times. God of War was like the hot thing back during these days. God of War in 2008 was like, everyone was talking about it. Everyone was trying to be God of War like, which ended up killing a crap ton of the platforming genre, because for some reason people were trying to put God of War combat in platformers. It didn't kill Sonic, thankfully. Yeah, this is a God of War clone, and personally, I don't mind the Werehog. I don't think it was the best inclusion of combat. It's not bad. A lot of people will make it out to be it's bad, but it's not bad. It just gets in the way of the daytime stages, and the daytime stages are what people want to play as, because I'm pretty sure it's generally agreed upon that the daytime stages are like some of the best Sonic levels, are some of the best Sonic level design in the series, and the Werehog just ruins what would have been a really good Sonic game, and I kind of see why people get at that. The Werehog gets in the way of what people really want to do, which is play the daytime stages. It's slow. It plays nothing like daytime Sonic. Takes a long time to get through. And early game Werehog is pathetically weak as well. He doesn't have a lot of cool moves or combos. Which, yeah. This gameplay, the Werehog only is as fun as you're willing to make it. And if you already don't want to be doing the Werehog, why would you be putting your XP and stuff into it? And unfortunately, I wish you could just get away with not leveling up the Werehog, but the game does punish you for it. The game will have moments where if you don't have enough strength or health, you will just be sort of roadblocked by a level, and it just kind of sucks. I think the Werehog is best when it's sort of more of like a puzzle platformer, because there are some Werehog levels that are more puzzle platformer than combat platformer, even if they're very basic puzzles. But yeah, I don't necessarily think the Werehog is bad. It just gets in the way, and I get why people don't like it. I completely understand. And while I personally don't mind it, I'm not going to say I love it. I'm not going to sit here and try and say, this is the best. Actually, this is the best thing to happen to Sonic since toast bread, because it's not. I agree that the Werehog gets in the way. I agree. It does overseas it. It's welcome. And I agree I'd rather be playing the daytime stages, but again, I don't mind it. I do really like late game Werehog. Late game Werehog, where you have a bunch of levels into the combat and strength in your life, where you can just, like, you have so many fun different moves to pull off, and you can just waste an entire group of enemies that you struggled with towards the beginning. Like, that's a lot of fun. It's very satisfying to pull off. But again, that's late game, so you're spending most of the game with a very boring Werehog that isn't very fun. I guess what makes way late game Werehog fun, though, for me, is that you do have to earn that strength, because I don't like it when games just give you god status immediately out of the gate. I like to work my way up. I like to Goku, you know? I like to be Goku, basically. Because, you know, Goku started out as a kid with sort of abnormal strength, but he wasn't, like... He wasn't anywhere near as powerful as he is today. And over the series, you just kind of watch him grow and earn the statuses that... And earn, like, the powers that he gets. I like earning my overpoweredness, I guess. I don't like to be overpowered right out of the gate. I guess which is why I've never really been drawn to warrior games, honestly. I'm trying to get this. The depth perception on this medallion is kind of weird, but I want it because I don't want to come back to this level and have to get it later. I just kind of walked off the edge there. I don't know why I did that. I saw myself getting closer to the edge. So yeah, the Werehog does have extra different moves. A lot of people chalk this gameplay style up to just mashing X and Y. And one of the unfortunate parts about the Werehog is that it does just let you get away with it. And I can't exactly say that you're playing the Werehog wrong, because if the game lets you get away with just mashing X and Y mindlessly, then you're not playing it wrong, because the game's like, okay, go ahead. I wish the game didn't let you get away with that, though. I wish it actually had you sort of learn combos and stuff. It's sort of my similar problem I have with the combat in Frontiers. You can get away with just using one move for the entire combat of Frontiers. Which kind of sucks. Honestly, I just don't think combat works in Sonic. The 3 times that they've tried it in Heroes, in Unleashed, and in Frontiers, I've never come away being like, more of this, please. I never really came out of that combat simulators in Sonic games being like, more of this. My favorite part of Frontiers was the open zone. Even then, I have some problems with the open zone, but I do like Frontiers. I just want this. I just shot myself off the ledge. This one is hard to get. Again, there's like, depth perception is so difficult sometimes in the Werehog stages because the lighting, because some of the shadows are not baked in. Some of these are actual real shadows being projected. There we go. And so, yeah, I know how to climb, Chip. A lot of these shadows are not baked in. They're being projected in real time, and which for the most part works. But there are sometimes where the lighting source is angled at a way to where the shadows are not lined up underneath you, and then it causes you to have some depth perception issues with platforming in the Werehog segments. And sometimes to make sure the game does not running at 2 FPS, they just turn off shadows in some areas. Some of these enemies take way too long to beat up. You know what? Yeah, I just I think the Frontiers the Werehog combat lets you get away with just simple-mindedly, like, just kind of absent-mindedly just mashing X and Y, which is kind of ridiculous. And I do wish it did encourage players to engage a little bit more into its systems. Frontiers combat, I think, is too simple to take up as much space as it does in the main open zone area. Like, some of those enemies should not be as damage spongy as they get later on in that game. And once you get the Sonic Boom in Frontiers, there's literally no reason to use any other move. Like, let's, like, be honest. It's like, why would I use any other move when the Sonic Boom lasts basically forever. It stun locks enemies so they can't get out of the stun lock. And it auto targets onto the next enemy. There's no reason not to use the Sonic Boom in Sonic Frontiers other than just you don't want to. I ended up getting to a point in Frontiers where if it wasn't a Guardian, I kind of avoided it in combat. I just didn't want to. I wish the regular enemies were more of I wish the regular enemies took just one hit to deal with in Frontiers, and you save the cool combat for like the Guardians and stuff. I also find some of the enemy designs in Frontiers to be kind of boring. I wish they, But again, I do like the combat in Frontiers. When it came to the bosses, the boss fights in Frontiers are fucking amazing. That's some of the I was like rocking back and forth in my chair with excitement. It was like so much fun. Those boss fights in Frontiers. I really enjoyed them a lot. A lot of the Guardians though were hit or miss for me in Frontiers. A lot of the Guardians. I really liked the big guy in Ares Isle. Not Ares Isle. What's it? In Chronos. The first island, the big guy who slaps his hands down the ground, and you have to run, and you can like run up his body and stuff. Like I thought that one was cool. I really liked that boss fight. Squid was kind of boring. Squid was the one I was expecting to like the most, but Squid was kind of boring because it was just a Sonic Dash segment. Like Sonic Dash is fine. It was fun when it's like you're playing it like on your work break, like I do. But it's not like. It's not fun for like. It's not fun when it's a boss fight, you know. I was really hoping. Although to be fair, I feel like a lot of the reason Squid was boring is because you don't gain or lose speed on the pathing. Sonic just has a set speed, and the game just has a check of whether or not you're boosting or not. Like, there's no real speed build up. It's kind of lame. That's another problem I have with Frontiers. It's just physics are kind of jank. Like, I don't know. I can't tell me how many times like it like ruined like a moment. There was a moment that I had going on ruined because the jumping just like kills all your forward air. I wish Frontiers had some better physics and air control, but it's still fun. It's still like, unfortunately, the best Sonic has controlled in a very long time, basically since Unleashed. Well, more like open zone Sonic. Cyberspace Sonic controls like ass. I don't know what the hell happened there, like, but Cyberspace Sonic just controls like forces Sonic for the most part. And it's just kind of like, I don't know what happened there. And he's so slow in Cyberspace too. I don't hate Cyberspace though. I have a weird. I think Cyberspace was pretty wasted in terms of potential because you're in a digital dimension. You could have literally made anything else. made anything up for a level design, and instead you just use it as an excuse to reuse Generations assets again and Generation levels again, instead of like making something new and unique, you just reuse old levels again. I would have rather had there only been like two, like honest, like people are like, oh, like the amount of levels though. I would rather have 2 levels per two cyberspace levels per open zone area if it meant they were original. I would rather have less cyberspace levels if it meant they were more unique and original. I also don't like how they're not named. It's very weird. Yeah, but I'm so much of a freaking nerd, a loser. I was, as someone who's played most Sonic games religiously, and knows a lot of these level designs by heart. I was always like, my brain would always pick up on like, oh, this is a reuse segment from Generations. This is a reuse segment from Unleashed. This is a reuse segment from Colors. This is just a reuse segment from Adventure 2. It's weird that they only reuse segments too. Like, so they had the problem avoiding the Sonic Forces issue of every level is way too short and ends right before it starts getting good. Like, if they were, since they were just reusing whole levels, they could have just reused the entire level design. Because they were just copying segments one for one anyways. I gotta tell you, it was really upsetting seeing some of these Adventure 2 levels in Green Hill, in the generic Generations Green Hill level. We've been using Sonic 1 and 2 level themes for 6 games now. Can we please start? Can we please stop doing that now? Please. All right. If you're gonna have your cyberspace sections for the boost segments, if you're still gonna want to have your boost levels, please stop reusing Generations assets. Please. I again, it's weird because I don't hate. It's weird because I have a lot of critical opinions on cyberspace. I have a lot of I'm pretty critical of it. I have gone on I do go on record to say like I think it's the worst part of Frontiers, but I don't hate it. Like I hate the Forces levels. It's very weird. Anyways, what's talking about? Oh yeah, the workaround for how, because these levels, they for some reason decided to make these cyberspace levels Forces length again, and instead of just, you know, reusing just the entire level, instead of just making segments as a level, I fell because I want to get that medallion. That one was by accident. But instead of like making the levels longer, they just made Sonic slower, which is like the worst. It's the worst conclusion they could have came to when it comes to like fixing level length. Also, they tricked me into thinking they were cooking, you know, with like the S ranks. 1-2, I was like, oh, okay, they're genuinely cooking this time. S ranking is actually going to be pretty tough, like in Unleashed and in Colors. That's great. I love how more difficult Unleashed and Colors are to S rank. And then that was the only level where the S rank time was difficult to reach. It's like, oh, so they're just going to be insanely easy for most of the game then. Okay. I keep forgetting I don't have my favorite Werehog move. again, I do actually really like Frontiers a lot, but it does have a lot of flaws that I hope get corrected in the next game. There's a lot of issues that I hope get fixed in the next game. Because some of the issues I have with Frontiers are you can't patch out. Like, no, you can't patch out reuse level assets. You can't patch out the open zone not really having a whole lot of interesting level design in it. I really like the story of Frontiers. The story of Frontiers was pretty good. The boss fight's pretty good. I liked for the most part of the open zone, but I wish there was some like integrated like level design into the open world instead of just generic copy and pasted asset block. I also don't like that 2 of the islands in Sonic Frontiers are literally just Kronos Island. Like, there's not even an asterisk to that. They were literally just Kronos Island again. Like, you could look at the map and they're like, wait a minute, that's just Kronos Island again. I felt really bummed about that. I was like, how did they even... You can tell the game was 80% done. You can tell the game was still only 60% done within the release year. Within a few months of release, you know, they really kind of rushed that. It drops off by the ending.
Sonic?
The first 3 islands, I think are really solid. Chaos Island is kind of where the game starts to hit that sort of drop-off point
Is that really you?
with a lot of the forced 2D sections in the open world, which I didn't even think it
That's
was.
a new look. What happened?
Like, the game was already
You know
pretty
me,
railroady, but
never
then
a
it
dull
got
moment.
extremely railroady in
chocolate?
Chaos Island. And then,
Thanks.
I forget what the last 2 islands are called, but then those are just like,
That's some story.
it's
I'll
just
bet that
Kronos
means
Island
that
again with
you
different
turned
assets on
into
top of it.
Rad, and the planet breaking apart are somehow related.
I need to find Eggman and make him fix this, and fast.
About that, I think I know someone who might know something about what's going on here.
Oh, really?
Professor Pickle over at Spagonia
Again, I appreciate how
University. I came to this city to
dynamic
gather
these
some
cutscenes
data.
are.
If we add that to
Frontiers
his research findings, we
does have
might
some
be
pretty
able to
dynamic
get to the
cutscenes,
bottom of all
but a
this.
lot of them are still just standing still and just talking.
That's a continent over. An easy jog if the planet weren't broken.
No problem. My Tornado 1 will get us there in a flash. Let's get going.
Leave it to you, Tails. Let's get moving.
Let's get moving. Sonic Frontiers is an interesting start to a potentially really good formula. It has a lot of flaws, and a lot of these flaws are leftover design issues that have just been plaguing Sonic since Colors. It just kind of... A lot of the design flaws of Sonic Frontiers are just things that have been plaguing the series since Colors, and they've got to get over it. They got to get over that hump, man.
I thought this one, Sonic. Tornado.
But again, Frontiers kind of turned out exactly how I was thinking, which was a good game that fails to live up to a lot of the potential it had, but it's still a good game, fun, I enjoy it, and I do recommend people check it out. Because I have fun with it still. It's weird, I have a lot of criticisms, but I can't say that I hate the game because I like it. It makes me happy. I'm happy to play it. I'm never, like, bored when I play it. But there are just a lot of flaws that it can work out. And the reason I say all these critical stuff, even though I'm sure Sega's not listening to me, is just because it's like, I don't know, maybe if someone is listening, then maybe we could take away some of the comments or something. But I think a lot of people are a little too quick to jump on anyone who's like, Frontiers is a little flawed. Because it is a little flawed. It's not perfect. It's not the perfect Sonic game. Again, it's not even my favorite Sonic game. But I like, really like Frontiers, which is more than I can say about any Sonic game in the past half a decade. I didn't like Forces, I didn't like Lost World, I didn't like Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric. I didn't like any of the 3DS entries. Team Sonic Racing was kind of disappointing. Had great music though. All-Star... All-Star composition team though, composing team though, like they went all out on the music for Sonic, Team Sonic Riders, and it's like Team Sonic Racing, I mean, and like those music in that game is pretty good. I wish the online in Team Sonic Racing worked. Sonic Colors Ultimate was, well, it's a mess. It's the next incident. It was the next incident. Sonic Origins again was rushed. Don't know how they rushed that. Unless it unless it started literally the development the day it was announced in that project, which is pretty likely, honestly. But even that game was rushed. And I don't know, Frontiers doesn't... As much as I like it, it's weird. It's because I like Frontiers. I have fun when playing with it. But there's a lot there's a lot of flaws with it that I talk about because I feel like I can talk about its flaws.
Well, Sonic, prepare to be sunk.
The third wave, update wave 3 though, I'm really looking forward to for Frontiers because it's adding playable Tails, Knuckles, and Amy, I'm presuming, which are things I've been asking for since for generations. Hallelujah, I get to play as Tails again. The last, like, I don't mind Tails not being playable in Unleashed because it was the first time they did that in a very long time in a main Sonic game. Really talked a whole lot about Unleashed. I love Unleashed. This is a good game. This is a good game in my opinion. Although I get why people are turned off by it. Like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, how dare you not like Unleashed? No, like, I completely get it. The Werehog. I completely understand why the Werehog would be a turn off to a lot of people.
What a disaster! Retreat!
It's completely valid that people are turned off by the Werehog. I'm just weird. I have weird taste. I like... Well, it's not even that I like the Werehog either. I don't even like the Werehog either. I just don't mind it. Like, you could... If you cut the Werehog out of this game, I wouldn't really cry about it, honestly. I wouldn't miss it too much. Yeah, I like Frontiers though. I like it a lot. Again, I came away pretty I came away generally pretty satisfied because it was what I was expecting it to be, if I'm being honest. It lived up exactly to what I was expecting. That's all I really need.
What? Professor
I
Pickle's been kidnapped?
I don't really ask much for a Sonic game, just that
It was a
it's
little
fun.
bit before the tremors hit. This old man showed up with a And a whole pack of robots. They carried poor Professor Pickle off, lab data and all.
It can't be.
That sure sounds like Eggman.
What a horrible thing to do. We've got to go help that professor guy out, and fast. If he got kidnapped that long ago, he's got to be real hungry by now. And if I was that hungry, I don't know how long I would last. I'd rather be dead.
I'm sure Eggman is feeding him. Even he's not that cruel.
Okay. Let's go and find the professor.
I'm interested to see what the story will be in DLC Wave 3 and Frontiers because Ian Flynn is returning to write it. I hope he returns. I hope he becomes the new writer of the series. Honestly, we've needed someone who can actually write the characters. It's like the only time I recall that you actually have to talk to an NPC.
Hey!
Let's get going! Here in Missouri, if you've played the Wii version of this game, you might not recognize this place because it's not in the game, because it's not in that version. They, for some reason, completely cut this part out of the game for some reason. I really enjoy globe-trotting adventures. I don't know why. They always seem to, like... They always seem to, like, connect with me for some reason. I don't know why. I just like it. I do have some issues with Frontier Story, even if I do like it. Like, I feel like some things are just kind of resolved way too fast. Like, they spent so much time building up to this corrupted Sonic concept, and I thought, and when there's a cutscene that made me think like, oh my gosh, we're actually gonna be able to play as the other characters. We're gonna help Sonic. It's gonna be like 06, where we help free Sonic from his condition, and then the cutscene's just like, actually, nah, he's freed now. We've been building this up. No payoff. It's like, oh man, no payoff for that, really? I get my biggest criticisms of Sonic Frontiers, which stops me, and they kind of stop me from, like, fully calling the game amazing. Are the jank physics. The game has some very wacky physics that most of the time feels pretty good to control Sonic, but there are like a lot of moments where I was like, I kind of wish this game actually had some proper physics, or at least the same physics as like Generations Unleashed. Sonic's way too slow in cyberspace. I don't like how cyberspace I feel like is wasted potential. The combat in Frontiers, while I think the boss fights are really cool, and I like a lot of the Guardians, I feel like the combat and enemy encounters are way too simple to be as much of a focus as it is, basically. Like, I really wish there were some more moves for you to learn in Frontiers, because... And I wish the moves weren't... I wish the moves were more equally balanced, because there are some moves way stronger than others. No two moves are created equal in Sonic Frontiers, and Sonic Boom, once you get that, I guarantee you are not going to be using any other move unless you really want to. There's almost no reason because of how powerful and how good the Sonic Boom is. I feel like it should have been a late game unlock. I feel like the Sonic Boom should have just been a late game unlock and not a skill tree unlock. Also, the controls in cyberspace, okay, that's, they need to fix those. They do not control good. Cyberspace does not control very well at all. Also, they need to, turn down the rebound time, when you come to homing attack enemies. Because, like, when you homing attack an object in Sonic Frontiers, it's like, you can just instantly homing attack one thing to the next. But when it's an enemy, you take like a good second to actually to be able to attack the next one. That rebound time is like just as bad as it is in Sonic 06. In the original Sonic 06. And the original Sonic 6 rebound time is like... It's annoying. The long rebound time also just doesn't feel like it really aids in anything. It just feels like more there to hinder your ability to go through the levels as fast as possible. So basically what I'm saying is for the next Frontier style game, I want the open world section to play like Adventure 1 and the cyberspace levels to play like Generations. That's basically what I'm saying. That's what I want for the next game. Good start. Frontiers is a good start. Good game. I enjoy it a lot. I have a lot of notes about it. I can't say that it's a bad game because I do enjoy it. It's sold 3.5 million units in its first 6 months. So it's got to be doing something right for so many people to want to buy it. And in case you doubt that all my critical talk of Frontiers means, in case you doubt my love for Frontiers because of all this critical talk, I have bought the game, not exaggerating, 4 times. I have bought Sonic Frontiers 4 times. I bought it on my Xbox, which is when I bought it on the Xbox that I'm currently playing on. I bought it on my Switch. I bought it on my PC, and I bought it again for Xbox for a friend. I have spent well over $100 on Sonic Frontiers alone. I would not do that if I did not like the game. Let me tell you. I would not spend that much amount of money on Sonic Frontiers if I did not like it. Yeah, that's basically what I want for the next game. I want, for control-wise, I don't want, when I say I want the cyberspace to play like Generations, I don't mean reusing Generation levels again. I want for the boost segments in the next Frontiers-like game, those need to be original. It is beyond unacceptable that we are still reusing Sonic 1 and Sonic 2 and Sonic 3 levels and Sonic Generation level assets for this long. It's a little bit unacceptable that we're still using those for this long, for this amount of time. I mean more control-wise. I want Sonic into the cyberspace levels to control like he does in Generations. I want Frontiers, and I want the open zone Sonic to control like he does in Adventure 1. And honestly, that would be my perfect Sonic game. And you know what? We'll throw in some pinball physics, so everyone's satisfied. But we will not be having any pinball segments in the game. First, new rule. No more pinball segments. If your game controls like ass, if your game's physics are ass, do not include pinball segments. I'm looking at you, Sonic Frontiers. God, that pinball part of the game. Chaos Island really is the point of, like, this is the part where the game starts kind of getting in. Oh wait, I forgot. I'm supposed to use the block to... But yeah, I really like the story. I like the story of Sonic Frontiers. I like the writing's pretty good for the most part. I guess I should say I like the writing of Sonic Frontiers more than the story. The story is pretty good too for the most part, but there are like times where it's like you could have spent a little more time working resolving. You could have spent a little more time dedicating to this. Because there are just moments in the game where it's like, it just feels like it's a little resolved too soon. Also, if you didn't get any of the Eggman memos, that the ending of Sonic Frontiers makes almost no sense. You know, if you didn't go out of your way to... Also, the ending, like, its value only has its maximum worth if you've actually went out of your way to get the egg memos. Because it makes no sense to you why Eggman would care about Sage if you did not get any of the memos. Because from the story cut, from just following the storyline cutscenes, Eggman doesn't really just seem to care about Sage all too much. He's more concerned about getting out of cyberspace, and he's always yelling at her. And then all of a sudden he's like, "My daughter, why have you died?" The ending just kind of it's kind of weird how the ending just sort of assumes you got the Eggman memos, or that you even visited Big at all, because the game doesn't tell you to go visit Big. I've been playing a lot of this level on autopilot, by the way. I've been playing this level on autopilot. I like this spin move he does. I believe the move that I really like from the Werehog doesn't show up until level 13 or 12. Either level 12 or 13 in the combat section. There it goes. Just gotta move these boxes over here. But yeah, the Warhog is pretty good. Not pretty good. It's kind of lame, but I don't mind it. I can't wait to see what's in Frontiers Wave 3 though. And here we are. This is one of these parts of the game I was talking about where, like, if you do not spend any time leveling up your Warhog, this portion will just punish you because it's basically like an enemy's room. It's basically a monster house in Pokemon Adventure. No, basically this room just spawns infinite enemies. Not infinite enemies, but it will keep spawning enemies until it spawns like several waves of enemies you have to get through, and you don't have any points in your strength or life. You will just die repeatedly here. It'll be very difficult for you. It will be very difficult for you to progress. Here we got 5 levels. S rank.
That's right, baby.
We got that S rank. Fine, double punch, crunch. And why the heck? We'll put it into Unleash. We've done it though. We've gotten through one of the first roadblocks. Rewarded with the cutscene.
Professor Pickle! Are you alright? We got here as fast as we could. Professor?
Hello?
How dare they call this culinary concoction food? Look here, do you see this sorry excuse for a sandwich? The bread should be no less than 3/4 of an inch thick. Upon it, 1 tablespoon of mayonnaise and a pinch of black pepper. The contents, fresh cucumber, sliced thinly, if you please. Am I quite right, Tails?
I know I learned something here today.
Professor, it's good to see you haven't changed.
But tell me, what brings you here? The menu is hardly worth the trip, if you ask me.
No, Professor. We came here to rescue you.
Oh? Oh, I see. How rude of me. Right then, first things first. It's about time someone taught the chef here how to make a proper sandwich.
You can file a complaint later, Professor.
Let's get out of here before Eggman's welcoming committee shows up.
Oh, yes, quite. But let us be sure to collect the contents of that vault before departing.
What? You telling me he could do this whole time? Sonic's really just holding his punches. God dang.
Thank you. Those documents are our only hope for surviving this crisis. Let's go. There's no time to lose. I'm half starved after being fed nothing but those terrible sandwiches.
Want some chocolate, Professor?
My. Don't mind if I do. These ancient documents are known as the Gaia manuscripts. They tell the legend of a disaster that befell our planet some tens of thousands of years ago.
A disaster?
Quite. And according to the Gaia manuscripts, this isn't the first time the planet has been broken apart into pieces. The cause lies at the very core of the planet. All the phenomena we've witnessed are the direct result of one creature. The hyper-energy organism spawned at the planet's core, Dark Gaia.
So how do we stop this Dark Gaia and put the world back together?
Luckily, Dark Gaia has yet to be fully reborn. We most likely have Dr. Eggman's premature wake-up call to thank for that. If we act now, we may be able to restore the planet by returning power to the Chaos Emeralds. Sonic, You must travel to each of the temples listed in the Gaia manuscripts. The planet's power will restore the Chaos Emeralds, and in turn, the Chaos Emeralds will restore the planet and help it heal naturally.
Dark Gaia. Light Gaia. What is this? Kingdom Hearts. This area is so pretty at night. Maybe just world map. That might come in handy. Here we go. If we finally get the world map, jeez. Yeah, that took a while. Perfect. That's right. Next move is Sun. Press X. Yeah, Tails. I know how to play this game. Alright, here we go. Next stop, Missouri. Or Mazuri. I don't know how to pronounce this place.
Who are you? Fear not, my good villagers. If you all behave, I won't have to do anything nasty. All you need to do is tell me where the Temple of Gaia is.
We're not telling you anything!
So, you dare to defy me, do you? What? Sonic!
Yo, Eggman! Thanks for that little skydiving adventure the other day.
I should have known you'd still be alive, you stubborn little hedgehog.
What are you doing out here?
I see no reason to tell you. In any case, I'm busy. Farewell!
What? Hey, wait! That's playing dirty! Come back!
Just ignore him. Is everyone here all right?
Alright, here we go. On to the next stage of Sonic Unleashed. The second boost stage. Yeah! Only an hour and a half into the game. I guess let's subtract 30 minutes. Well, no, it's only about an hour and 20 minutes into the game. And we're finally reaching our second boost stage. So this game's pretty lengthy. A lot of cutscenes.
Here
we are though, Savannah Citadel. And this level's actually pretty good. I love the music in this game. The music in this game is very good. And here, this level actually introduces the drift mechanic. And fun fact about Sonic Unleashed Drift that a lot of people actually don't seem to know. Maybe just because of an experience of that, or maybe they just expect it to work like how it does in Unleashed. But the properties of the drift in Unleashed are actually different than how they are in Generations. In Generations, you can actually just boost and drift at the same time, and it works. But in Unleashed goes by the rules of if you're drifting. Unleashed goes by the rules of if you're drifting while boosting, since you're going so fast, you lose control over your turn. As a kind of like a car, I guess. Kind of like a car. I'm reciting. I missed all those collectibles, and it just kind of hurt my soul to do that.
Here we go!
But yeah, in order to drift properly, to get better accuracy over your drift, you need to stop boosting. It's a bit of a, it's kind of a test of skill, honestly, a little bit. The drift is not as accurate when you're boosting, because you're just going so fast. It's still weird not playing this level without the stomp. You don't get to stomp till like your third boost level in. I missed the... Oh man, I missed the other collectible. Oh well. Give me that. Again, for these first visits, to these first playthroughs of these levels, I'm not really going for S ranks. I'm just going for collectible finding, and then when I come back to S rank, and then I'll come back eventually to S rank then. Coincidentally, though, a lot of the medallions are just put on S rank paths. Really? That's the best way to get medallions, really. Give me that. It's an art book. See, that one is up here. It's just a... I love how many different pathways these levels have in Unleashed. That's something that future Boost games just kind of don't have. There's a lot of paths in Unleashed. Some levels will have like at times 3 to 4 different varying pathways depending on what you do, and it's very cool. And not a lot of other Boost games do that. Colors doesn't do that. Generations doesn't do that. Generations usually does the 2 path. Forces has no paths. Frontiers usually has no paths either. There's something I appreciate about Unleashed level design is just how big and expansive and how open it is. Not open, but the rewards, there's like actual like exploration to be had, like discovering different paths and getting better at the levels. There's a lot of things Unleashed gets right on its first attempt that a lot of other Boost games just kind of neglect to do. But I think that's just because every Boost game after Colors just tries to do the Colors thing again. Because Colors was so praised for it. Because of how praised Colors was, which is understandable.
How's that?
Level up Sonic's speed. Yes, we can make him actually go faster in this game. Surprising, I know. As if he wasn't fast enough already. Ooh, here's one of my favorite boss fights in the series. I really like this one. It's exhilarating.
How'd you get here so quickly? No matter. Your road ends here. Behold, my new power! Egg Beetle, go!
It's the Egg Beetle. Yes, and even in these boss fights, there are medallions, so keep an eye out for them. I missed that one. Don't worry, if you miss one, you will cycle around the level, because a lot of these levels are just... Oh, I'm missing all these trying to get my attacks in. But I really like the... Okay, when he gets close up, I gotta stop boosting. There we go. You want to boost into his body to send him flying back, which is really satisfying. I really like this. Unleashed has some pretty good boss fights. Your manners are as bad as a rat. No! Come on, go fast, Sonic. Get it. Get it. Yeah, we got it. Okay, we got all the medallions. Only an A rank, because I probably took damage. Some of these S ranks require near perfection.
Ah!
Is that the Temple of Gaia?
Let's check it out. Whoa, awesome.
What is this place?
Hey, Sonic, there's something weird here, right in the middle. Hey, what's this hole?
Wait! There could be some kind of...
Whoa! Hey! Huh? What's that?
Yeah, so gonna be in a Chaos Emerald. We got our green Chaos Emerald back.
Wahoo! The emeralds come back to life!
This was the Temple of Gaia! That's gotta be why Eggman was so keen on taking the place over!
Here we go again!
Yay! The planet's back. Well, at least one chunk is back. We still got other chunks of the planet to save.
Sonic! The planet! One of the broken pieces of the planet moved back into place!
All right! Nice job!
Take a look.
Sweet!
At this rate, you'll have the whole world back together in no time, Sonic.
A planet-sized jigsaw puzzle? Sounds like a great excuse to see the world.
Sonic!
Everyone's so aggressive when they say Sonic.
Sonic! Whoa!
It'd be worth a visit. You can check it out on the world map. Thanks, Tails. Give me a moon medallions. Alright, though. I think I'm gonna call it here. I got some errands I need to run. Thank you everyone so much for watching. Those who were here, I really do appreciate it. Next time I'll be live, maybe tomorrow. We'll see how things end up. Anyways, thank you so much again for watching. As always, I could be anywhere else, but you're here with me, and I do appreciate that. But until the next one, hopefully I'll see you in the next one. But until then.